Hey guys, what's up? Okay, today is finally Sunday, and the new moon is happening in the sign of Capricorn. That means the moon and the sun are in the same place in the sky, and the moon is dark, so we'll have a nice night of being able to see all the stars, all the planets. I think Jupiter, I saw very bright and clear last night. Hmm. And we're going to pull some cards. There's a lot we can say about the new moon, so I'm not going to get into the astrology. There's a lot of great astrologers you can check out if you're interested in that and getting into the energy of this new moon. I really like Nightlight Astrology. I'm thinking of doing their school someday when I have time, but as of right now, I'm a little too tired. I'm a little too tired to do that. But this is the type of moon. A new moon is a great time to make plans for the things you really want to do. And Capricorn is all about taking responsibility for your life, making commitments. Um, One of my friends got married the other day, and I'm very excited for them because it's like their marriage happened like during this Capricorn new moon energy going on, with a lot of planets within Capricorn. And I just have a good feeling that like their marriage is going to last. Like that's going to stand the test of time because Capricorn is serious. Like it's like, yeah, I commit. I have no problem with committing with anything. And Mars and Venus, well, now Venus is in Aquarius, so we got a little funky energy going on too. But even Aquarius is like the weird brother, and Capricorn is like the serious brother. They're like siblings. They have a lot in common. Capricorn and Aquarius, they're very similar because they're both ruled by Saturn. And that's just an anecdote. About the energy. That's more about the energy that they carry. They're actually more similar than they are different. Aquarius is just a little freakier, but Aquarius can commit to almost anything. So, ooh, okay. And I'm pulling out some nice cards today. Interesting. For our energy. Oh my God. I just pulled out all major cards. I just pulled all major arcana for my spread. So big energy today to reflect upon, big ideas to talk about, big themes going on here. So let me try and get this out. We have the heart of the matter as the magician. We can transform anything when we are the magician. Okay, the magician is someone who can take energy and transform it into something else. You are betrayed. You have people talking shit about you. You have bad people in your life who are bullying you, for example. That negative energy, you can take it and use it towards something totally different, right? That's what the magician does. Um, you can transform a negative relationship into a positive relationship. It's possible. It is possible. The universe is our possibilities card. So the universe is basically the final card of the major arcana, and it is saying that anything is possible today. Anything is possible in our thinking, in our planning. So for this Capricorn new moon, when we are planning and making these resolutions for the year ahead, you can keep your mind open to any possibility. And one thing I was thinking about too, actually, I remember last year, I mentioned this yesterday, like last year around this time, I started making YouTube videos, but it was just like sound videos, like calming sounds, meditative videos that you could put on in the background. Because I enjoy listening to stuff like that when I'm at work or when I'm working. I'm the type of person, I'm like kind of ADHD. So it's like I need sounds happening. I need people around me. And when I was working from home, I was kind of losing my mind. So like I would put on this like calming meditative stuff in the background and it would help me concentrate. So anyway, I made videos last year during Capricorn season, same time. Okay. And I had to set things up. It took a long time to set everything up. I had to play with some different editing equipment. I had to look at how the videos were made. And it was like kind of hard because it was the first time I had made a video in so long. Um, and that because I did that last year, this year, it was so much easier for me to just add a video to my existing channel that I already created. And I already know all the steps to creating a video. So I want you to keep in mind that the possibilities are endless for you, especially where you have already invested some of your time and your energy. Okay. You've already put in a lot of time and energy. So you are going to be like building upon what you have already created, was what I'm saying. Three of Wands is the known desire, and the Three of Wands is typically the looking forward kind of card. And here it's like it's reversed. So this is my compassion card. It's a beautiful card. Have compassion for yourself at this time. Okay? You may feel like there's so much I want to do and I just can't do it all. Or maybe it could be because there's a hand. It's like the compassion sutra. It's a specific like hand, like a specific uh gesture that is indicating compassion. So when you look at the Buddhas, when you look at pictures of the Buddhas, they usually have a specific like hand motion. Those all mean something. And one of them is compassion. So when you see it, it's like the image itself is trying to communicate compassion to you. Have a compassion for yourself. That's what this is saying. Have compassion for the process that you are undergoing. Have compassion for the things that you've tried that haven't gone the way you expected. Have compassion for your relationships and the learning that you've been going through with relation to our relationships. God, that was hard to get out. Because relationships are difficult. That's also a difficult type of work, right? And we have the lovers as our hidden factor. So today we're feeling Gemini energy. And when you have Gemini energy, that's what the lovers is. Gemini energy are the twins. And Gemini never stops learning. Gemini has many, many interests. Gemini never gives up when it comes to staying curious and open-minded. The only way you can embrace another person on this planet is if you stay open-minded and you continue to learn about them, because people are not stagnant, right? Just like nature isn't stagnant. Nature changes all the time. It has many different faces. Humans are also multifaceted creatures. So to be in lover's energy and to have this kind of energy as your hidden factor, where you are looking around you in a loving way, means that you're staying receptive to how the world and people around you are operating. You are understanding who they are, what they are, and you're accepting them for who and what they are, right? You're accepting the tree as it is, right? You're not going to cut down every tree because it's not a pine tree and you only like pine trees. No, when you're the lover, you can accept every tree being exactly as it is. And that's the mindset of the lovers, being receptive, being also sharing and giving with others is something that makes you a good lover, right? Like a bad lover is a selfish person. Okay, a selfish, self-centered, a negative person who already made up their mind about someone, you're not a lover. And you're not even a good friend at that point if you're selfish, right? I was having a conversation with someone today about individuality, especially in the United States. Americans have a hard time accepting others as they are. They actually have a really hard time with that. Um, and because of that, they isolate. Americans isolate way more than other cultures, let's just say. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but that is something I keep seeing. Like people are isolated. It's hard to have friends in America. It's hard to make friends when you're an adult in America. When you're a kid, everything's fine. But when you get older, it's not easy to make connections with people because people are very, they have high expectations. They are easily offended. They're very uptight. Um, I don't know what it is. It's like individualism on steroids. It's not family oriented. Okay. When you're family oriented, when you're someone who is receptive and loving of others, despite the fact that they are annoying, because everyone's annoying. Okay. Everyone is annoying. I just want you to know that. If you don't know that yet, every human is annoying. But you can accept, like, yeah, you're annoying in this very specific type of way, and I'm annoying in a different specific type of way. Then you can move forward, okay, and accept them for who they are. So I have the tower as our obstacle or attitude, and this is the tower reversed. So we are deciding today, we're taking this like attitude, like, crisis is not happening. If there is a crisis happening in our life, it doesn't mean it's over. Okay? It doesn't mean it's over. So maybe we canceled our plans with a person. It doesn't mean the friendship is over, right? Or let's just say like someone said something and we didn't really like it, or we sent a message and maybe it came off the wrong way. We can keep talking, keep communicating. The relationship doesn't have to fall apart. Usually, the tower um, indicates something is falling apart because the foundation wasn't strong, right? There's only one way you can build a strong relationship or a strong foundation, and that is to communicate, that is to work on it, that is to stay open-minded, that is to be receptive, that is to transform the way you are viewing the world. That's the only way, guys. That's the only way. Yeah, you see young kids do it all the time. When you watch kids play or children, like children don't have these issues. They're just like, hey, especially the boys, like the boys are funny to me because boys are just like, I like trains. And the other kid's like, I like trains too. And then boom, they're friends. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's nothing more to it, right? It's just like, hey, you want to play today? No, I can't. My mom's making me do something. Okay, we'll play another day. Okay, bye. Simple. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to unravel your day or anything. It doesn't have to. We have art, the temperance card in this deck, and then we also have strength, the balance card in this beautiful Voyager tarot deck. I just love both of these cards because we are being told basically to stay balanced and to restrain our animal instincts. Maybe by finding a creative solution, which is what the magician can do. Okay? So, this is funny. Um, I was thinking of like different ways we can like use our energy today to make something constructive happen, something more exciting. Um, Instead of like arguing in private, why don't we make a video and then post it online and then we can have an argument that's public. People can watch it and we can make we can make a community out of it. Like something like that. Something like that. Like take a balanced approach to what used to be a negative issue in your life. Okay? Take a balanced and constructive approach to it. Let's say, because Mercury and Mars are together in the sky, and when that happens, we have communication that's a little hot. It's a little spicy, and like it could lead to an argument. It could lead to some kind of real fight or battle. We're not going that way because we are staying receptive. Okay? Your point of view is relevant and it matters to me and I want to hear about it. And when I hear your point of view, my life becomes more interesting, right? I'm going to pull some clarifiers on this, but I feel it. I feel this beautiful energy today, guys, that like we can do anything today. And actually, the only thing that's stopping us might be a little bit of fear. That's why this was reversed. There's a little bit of fear here about starting this new exciting thing. The 3 of Wands is indicating like if you start something, something exciting might come of it, right? But it's reversed here. So it's like we don't even want to start. It's like, oh, I proposed a few things to my husband today. I was like, we could do this. We could do something really cool. We could do something bigger than what we're doing right now. We could take a next step into a different type of reality. We could get involved in politics. Yes, we can. And we don't even have to leave the comfort of our home to do it. That is a balanced point of view, right? Like that we can offer the world. Interesting. Anyway, let me pull some more. Let me pull some more to clarify. We're not doing the tower today. We're not. We're rejecting the tower today. The tower sometimes, usually the tower is unexpected too. The tower is unexpected. So maybe we experienced a tower. Maybe we did experience some negativity, but we are taking it and we're kind of transforming it with the magician. We're transforming it into something else. We're taking our negative experience and our negative, maybe even our negative thoughts, and we're like, how can we turn these into something that we can share in a way that's constructive? Interesting. And by doing that, we are building a foundation so that we don't have the tower. Communication is the foundation of everything. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different. We're gonna clarify the magician, the heart of the matter. What is the magician doing today? What are we doing as the magician? Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm like mixing up all my cards. Yeah. 9 of Fire came out. 9 of Wands. It shows people rock climbing, and the wands are like spikes on the bottom. There's some kind of struggle we're transforming here. We are taking the struggle of life and we're transforming it into something else. We're taking it and making it into something else. What is the universe? What is the universe today? Some kind of struggle that we've been dealing with. The struggle could be anything for you. We have for the universe, the King of Air coming out. Strategic thinking. That's what we're doing. For our hesitation, the hesitation we feel, it might be that we're afraid to try this new thing because of emotional backlash. We may be afraid of people coming at us and being like, why are you doing this? Or having a negative reaction to us, which is understandable. But then at the same time, the king of air, the king of swords, does not care about emotion. And that's why the possibilities are open to us. If you get stuck with too much water energy, it'll burn out your fire. If you're too worried about what other people are thinking or doing, which is way out of your control anyway, then you're never going to start this new thing that you are actually passionate about. That fire energy that you're actually passionate about. What are the lovers? Okay, so I got a strong king of air. Strong king of air. I like seeing the king of air in this position with the world because that indicates to me that this is not just like some random thing. This might be big for you. This might be you starting a business and you finally figured out like this is the market I want to work with. This is who I'm targeting. Like you're kind of figuring out who and what you are with this energy. Oh no, my cards are a mess. Sorry, guys. I'm just like a mess here. The lovers. Who are the lovers? Can you tell me more about the lovers as our hidden factor? What's the hidden factor with the others, too? What's the hidden factor with the other? The seven of fire. The seven of fire. And I pulled the lovers again. Ooh, okay. I love it when I pull the lovers on top of the lovers. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of love. Yay. Okay. But let me read about the Seven of Fire real quick. The Seven of Fire. She looks a little like abrasive. I'm not gonna lie. The Seven of Fire. Defensiveness. Protect what is precious. Sure. But does precious need protecting? Interesting. So we want to protect what is precious. Protect what is precious to us. So that is interesting. Defensive position. There's always a risk when it comes to opening up your heart to someone or something or anything. Okay? There's always risk involved in getting to know people. I was actually, oh, you know what? I was just thinking about. So, Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio is one of the most secretive signs, typically. Okay. And Scorpio is, I love the Scorpios of my life, but they are very reserved, usually. They don't like to share too much about themselves, about their lives. They'll keep things purposely quiet. They're very quiet when you kind of meet them, but they do care a lot. They do care. Whereas Gemini, the sign of Gemini, which is the lovers, is associated with Gemini. Gemini is very talkative. Gemini can talk a lot. Gemini is actually the most communicative sign ruled by Mercury. And Scorpio is the sign ruled by Pluto and Mars. So it is more protective. It's more of an intense energy. Um, the funny thing is, though, Gemini can talk all day long and you still cannot know who Gemini is. And that's what you got to remember here. Like, there are people who don't talk a lot because the things they share are so true and close to their heart. And maybe they have like obsessions with these things. Like they have a few select obsessions. Gemini has multiple obsessions. It is the air sign of ruled by Mercury. It can have multiple obsessions every month, every year. It's a new obsession. It's always doing something different. So Gemini can talk all day long and you still won't know who Gemini is. You still don't know who Gemini is. So that's the answer to this defensiveness. I pulled this defender first, this Scorpio energy. Like, but what about protecting my soft and squishy heart from people who don't get it? Sweetie, it's okay if you don't get it because this is just one side of my personality. This is 10%. And you literally don't know about the rest of the 90%. That's where open-mindedness comes in, right? This is not your whole life you're putting on display here. This is just 10% or 5% or maybe even 2%. This is just a tiny piece and I got a lot more coming. There's a lot more always to learn. There's always more to others. That's why it's very important to stay open-minded. Take that open-mindedness. Now, what is the Tower reversed? What is the Tower reversed? Tell us about the Tower being reversed. What does that mean? Why is our Tower reversed? The world. The world. The world is out again. We're making strong decisions. The Empress, strong decisions. Very strong. How can you overcome the Tower? By building a different tower. We're starting over. We're building something totally different. Okay? We are not going to topple the tower. We are literally just lifting it, moving it over, building a new foundation, and then we're going to put that tower on top and we're going to keep building. Okay? We're not getting rid of everything. We don't have to get rid of everything. We don't have to stay in a state of shock. We don't have to stay in a state of defeat. It's not over. The Empress is the life giver. Okay, and what do we have for balanced and art? The Temperance card. More creation energy. Balance and art. Balance and art. Can you tell me how can we get this balance in our art? The Fool and the Ten of Fire. Fascinating. Fascinating. This is fascinating. Actually, Ten of Fire showed up first. So this is like burdens that we have been carrying for a long time. We're carrying these burdens, and then all of a sudden it's like that cycle's done. New cycle. New cycle. I got my little suitcase. I got my dog. I got my rose. I got my wings. I'm taking a new journey, new cycle. You might be applying for jobs right now. You might be moving. Big changes are here. And it's important that as these changes are coming, okay, as you are moving forward with these certain things, you're staying even keel emotionally and physically. You're taking care of your health. That's what the balance card is all about. Like, we're taking care of our health, guys. Temperance. We're taking care of our mind, our body, our soul, everything, and our material reality. This is very good energy today. Anything's possible. Anything is possible, but there's one thing that's definitely true. You are being strategic here. So for you, it's going to be unique. Okay. You might be in a phase of life where you're like, okay, I don't want to live with my family anymore. That's what this kind of reminds me of. I remember when I was living with my family, like my parents, I was ready to go. I was ready to go and get out of there, get out of my hometown. Okay, my hometown is not necessarily the most happening place. It was very rural. Not much going on. You had to drive 30 minutes to get anywhere. But in order to get out of that area and have this new possibility, you had to plan and be a strategic thinker. You had to get a job, you had to save money, you had to find a place to live in a new area. I had to ask someone to come with me to go check out the new places because, you don't want to get killed by the Craigslist murderer. I don't think anyone uses Craigslist that much anymore, but like back then, Craigslist was legit. People used it. So, like, that's what I had to do in order to make this new move that you're making. Okay, you might be leaving something behind, something that was a little stressful. Like the ten of fire is stress. It's stressing. It's a burden. It's like my parents are always on my back. They won't let me breathe. They're upset that my closet is messy. And it's like, who gives a shit? I don't care about my closet. Like everything else is fine. Please leave me alone. Like you just feel like annoyed. New start. So you're moving out. You're moving out. You're going somewhere new. You're trying a different area of the country, or um, you might be getting a new job here. You might be actually getting a new job. Something exciting is coming here, guys. For real, something big is coming. This is big energy. And at the same time, you don't have to throw away your parents just because they're annoying. Like your parents are annoying, okay? But you don't have to throw them away, right? Like you can still, it's a new cycle now where you're older and wiser and they can come visit you at your house. Next phase of life, new world energy. And you're creating it by yourself. You are creating it. Exciting. That's so exciting. Yeah, we're definitely transforming our minds here. Beautiful. And don't be afraid of what people think. Don't be afraid. Like, if your parents are mad that you're moving, they're going to have to get over it. And you can still be nice to them and be like, hey, um, that's just an example, but that's like an easy example. Like, we all have to kind of break away from our parents at one point or another. So it's something that's like universal typically. If people are upset that you're on the move, it's okay. You can just be like, hey, you're gonna come visit me at my new house. I want you to come visit me. You invite them. You invite them over, right? I'm also gonna, okay, I forgot to read a Bible verse yesterday. So guys, I like studying different religions, but I did grow up Catholic, just FYI. But I am married to a Hindu who is kind of lukewarm about his Hinduism until you try to take it away. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, so God damn it. Anyway, so like I love studying different religions. My thesis in college was about how religion affects people. I'm very interested in other cultures. So my readings are going to be a mix of different religious teachings or insights that pop up. And I just pulled out this one. Every talent counts. The Lord has given them special skills as engravers, designers, embroiderers in blue, purple, and scarlet thread on fine linen cloth, and weavers. They excel as craftsmen and as designers, embroiderers in blue, purple, and scarlet thread on fine linen cloth, and weavers. They excel as craftsmen and as designers. I'm just going to read this to you. During World War I, the American Red Cross called on American citizens to assist the troops with fighting overseas. One of their greatest successes was a knitting campaign called Knit Your Bit, which required only knitting needles, wool, and an easily learned skill. At the end of the war, Americans had produced 24 million military garments, including sweaters, helmet liners, and socks. Men, women, boys, and girls all contributed to the effort. No skill was too little, no contribution too insignificant to answer the call. In the same way, your creative skills are a gift to the kingdom of God. Your imagination can be used for His glory. You may think God isn't interested in your creativity, but your gifts are a great blessing to others. Where might your efforts be a blessing? Do you know someone who could benefit from your thoughtfulness? Bring your humble offerings to others as a witness of God's love. Prayerfully consider how to use your gifts for His purposes. And we did pull the art card here. Creation energy. Creation energy. Don't be afraid to create. Don't be afraid to try something. Even if you tried it before and it didn't work out, this time it may be different. This time it's different. Try something. Even if last time you didn't like it, maybe it's time to try it again if it keeps popping up in your mind, right? Okay, like something's popping up in your mind, that's a sign to go for it. That's the only way artists can make anything, right? Like I said, I made those YouTube videos last year. Even though those were not like, I don't know, they were just something I did, but I felt passionate when I made them. Like I felt inspired. And then I kind of dropped off because it was a lot of work actually editing the videos and like putting it together. And nobody really knew about them, so that's fine. But like it helped me to understand how to make videos. So everything you do can lead to something more. All right, guys, that's my message for you today. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Um, I forgot to say take only what resonates, okay? If you ever watch tarot anywhere at any time, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's all right. Don't take it. But this was kind of like a general one for the new moon. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely end to the weekend wherever you are. Thanks, guys. Bye.